So who might get a statue for England this summer? Because we've got the Euros coming up. There's massive expectation. How far do you think, and how far do you think this team should and can go?
It's a fantastic squad. You know, I've been involved in 3 European Championships over 3 decades. I think I've got the record in there. But I was part of a very depleted one at the start in '88 in Germany, which was very poor. I was too young probably, and we didn't perform at all, even though I was leading goal scorer with 1. Me and Brian Robson got 1 each. But I know how difficult it is to go to a championship, even with a good squad, and not do well. And I think because we have got a fantastic squad and we've got great forwards, and he's got to look at the defence, and that might be his problem, Gareth. He's got so many players. What players does he play? You know, the decision making is going to be critical to this team going forward. So that's an element that I'm going to be looking at.
You know, with that decision making, Maguire, Shaw, they might not be fit. How would you see that? What would you think Gareth should do in terms of those 2 players, key positions for the squad?
He's very loyal. And I think it'll be Stones and Maguire again, and Trippier probably off the left back, and Kyle Walker. But they've never let him down, you know, in his eyes. And I don't think they have done. Declan Rice came on. I can be very picky with Gareth, you know, the penalty situation with the kids, and with Declan Rice bringing him off Italians, you know, we're a much better team than Italy, and Croatia likewise. And there's vital decisions right at the last part of the tournament that we fell short. So hopefully he will get the right balance, pick the people that, for me, are in form, still staying loyal to his other players, and go and get some results out in Germany.
He's got to let 7 players go. It's a big chunk of the provisional squad. How hard will those conversations be, do you think, for Gareth Southgate to have with those players who won't make it eventually to Germany?
I think players are very different today. Back in my day, it was England. I love this club to bits. You just said that, you know, but it's nothing like playing for your country, you know. And I was a very proud Englishman. One of the best periods of my life was walking out the England team in the Euros in '96. I was a very proud captain, very proud Englishman. So I got all that. I think they're much more relaxed today. I seem to find that I'm kind of playing. I'm included. It's great, you know, and I'm going there, and you know. So he's got a lot of. Gareth has always been very clever with that. He's always been loyal to the ones, and it might be the breaking of Gareth, to be honest with you, because he, like Arteta was with his goalkeeper, Gareth is being very loyal to his players, and it'll be the usual suspects, I think, at the end of the day, that he'll put there in the starting 11. So I don't expect the ones that he'll let go will be a surprise to anybody. Yeah.
And in terms of that, the makeup of the squad is looking different this time round. There's a lot of attacking players. Do you think he should go more attacking? Do you think he should let the reins off a little bit in terms of all those, you know, attacking midfielders, wingers they've got at their expense now?
Football's like life. It's about balance, you know. And I had years of arguments with Arsene Wenger here. I should have been more, defensive and get the balance right between offence and defence. Likewise with George Graham, who was very defensive and not. So, you know, you have those conversations, but for me, it's about balance. It's getting the right people, the right blend of players that sit in there, you saw us this year at Arsenal with Declan Rice coming in there. It just got the balance of the team right, and they protected the back 4, which made them look better than the good players, but they look even better having Declan in front of them, but then still had the capability to hurt other teams, you know. So the Italians have won World Cups and European Championships with very, very bang average personnel players. They've just got the system in place, and I think Gareth just needs to do that balance between offence and defence, and we're nailing it because we've got enough players to win this tournament.
Tony, you speak with so much passion about England and Arsenal. What were the main differences for you in terms of playing for your club, playing for your country? I think one warning for Gareth is the expectations of the country. I think they can see that we've got a very good squad with very good players. There you go. Left. Still got it.
Off. I think that could be, you know, in recent tournaments, the public have been kind of okay. You know what I mean? They're young. We've not done nothing for a long time. And, you got in a quarter-final, you got in a semi-final, you got in a final, you're doing all right, you know. But now, because you've done all that, they're looking at it, actually, the players that we've got the Grealishes, I can name them all, you know what I mean? He's got a great squad there. I think the public's expectations, and it can be a real negative, with the team. You know, the expectations. We don't want to put pressure on this group of players. And the job of Gareth, this championship, was to go out there and just, Arsenal was beautiful at it, play free, no nerves, play free, play for your country, do the best you can do, relax, pass the ball, we'll create, we've got enough talented people, get back, solid base, you know, go and play. You know what I mean? He's got to get the balance right.
Such a high pressure job, the England one. If Gareth Southgate and England don't win it, would you begrudge him from walking away and having a look at club football? Was that another goal just going to... I've made you miss two, Tony. You were 2-1 up and I'm 3-2 down now. So, yeah...
I can't be getting Gareth out of I'm in now because my team's just lost 3-2. But it's you know, he's done a great job for this country. I've always said there's nobody better that I want to be England manager than Gareth Southgate. He's a beautiful human being. He's very emotionally intelligent. He's got this group of players working very well. I just always have questioned the finishing line, maybe a little bit more experience in his camp. You know, when I go back from the 96, when I had Terry Venables, Don Howe and Brian Robson, it was a perfect balance of experience, players that have just got the respect of, that have just retired, that have got the respect of the group, and one of the greatest minds of this country's ever produced in Don Howe as a coach. So it's a perfect balance. You know, Stevie Holland's a great guy. And I'm looking around, is there a Glenn Hoddle on there that's been there to a tournament before, just kind of going, Gareth, you thought about this, you thought about that, you know, and it really let mentioning Glenn Hoddle, I think it really let him down in 1998, whereby he was only 38 and he had no backroom staff around him. No disrespect to the ones that were there that had the wealth of experience to be able to handle that squad, and that's what he needs in that camp. You know, people, coaches around that actually can handle that group of players.
You talk about the squad. We saw Jack Grealish come off the bench and create. It helped to create two of the goals. How important are the subs going to be in the tournament, and especially the likes of someone like Jack Grealish?
Squad system now. It's a real squad system. Unless you've got someone like Messi in your armoury, it's a squad system. You're going to be used and utilised throughout the tournament. You know, when you have first players that come in. You know, we never had Alan Shearer in the team in the Euros in '96. You know, it's Les Ferdinand, and Terry always had in his mind, no, it's going to be Alan, and he stayed the pace, and he had an unbelievable tournament. So it's going to be very interesting, personnel-wise, how he rotates them. But you don't rotate defenders. You've never done it. Arteta made a mistake first 2 years at this club. Made a mistake. Rotate defenders, left backs, right backs, all over. You don't do that. So Gareth's got to get the back four out there, keep them sit and rotate the rest.